So I decided, so yes, okay, I will search for the videos, both from this channel that are in English and from the Evernote account that are Hebrew, in which I discuss the issue of sex and like the problem, the big problem. I would say it's not a new issue. It's kind of like, on the contrary, it's one of the older issues that I do not discuss lately because it's already been discussed long ago. Starting the year 2018, even before this what I call the discovery journey. I kind of like set the date like when it started to May 2019. After I fainted like in my heritage and they took me to the hospital and like I had several days like to rethink my life. But even before that, my life was very peculiar. And as early as 2018, I understood that there is something that one of the first things that I understood about my life is that for some reason that I didn't understand. That many women like find me attractive more than you. I don't think that I'm ugly, but I'm not like Ellen Delon as they say or whatever. Johnny Depp or whatever. I understand like the reality. I understand that more like women than you would have expected find me attractive. Like I want to have sex with me, and this raised the question. Like I was raised like to be skeptical about everything. I famously I mentioned like the scene from X-Men 2. When Magneto tells like the guard when a very sexy woman is doing advances towards you. You should ask yourself why. So yeah, I've asked myself why, and I didn't have the answer, and I understood that something peculiar is going on. I'm not rich. I'm not like a rock star. I'm not ugly, but again, not Ellen Delon. So what's going on? And this was as early as 2018, even before what I call my journey started. Let's just say, the journey didn't really start like in I placed it like, on 2019 because there was a very serious event from my perspective of that I fainted and they took me to the hospital. And it never happens to me. Like, I never fainted all my life before that and not after that, even though I'm subjected to horrible like torture, state torture, including electricity, sound like whatever you think, I do not faint. It was very, very severe event. So this issue is not new at all, and it was discussed tremendously. But okay, so I will like take the time, to find the videos and like to replay it. But again, the answer is, I already given you the answer. They are dangerous to me and they treat me like shit. So I just don't do it. It's not that difficult to understand. Now another thing is that people kind of like want me. So some people watch the old videos with from the with the monsters, the Sausage Party, the Finding Nemo, the Battle of Cannae, the X-Men Apocalypse, like all these kind of videos that show that manifest microscopic creatures but on huge scale. And obviously, it's kind of like exciting if it's the first time you watch it. Certainly, of course, everything is like real. I don't have any way to manufacture such videos. I don't know how to do it. I don't have any way. I don't even have a desktop or laptop. I only use the iPad and the iPhone. So some people want me to take more videos, like to try to like So actually, since then I've seen like even bigger monsters. And I've moved up from the microscopic scale to the macroscopic scale. So I've actually created small shrimps, and also the biggest, not the biggest, but the most impressive is the what I call the full metal jacket, which is a metal wasp, which is amazing, and we've seen quite a bit of those. I don't know if you've already seen it. Hopefully, they are smart enough to not to show themselves to humans before they are trillions, and I hopefully that's what they do, multiply to the trillions. That's what's great about the flight capability, because they are not great flyers. They are pretty slow flyers, and because they are super heavy. They are immensely heavier than insects of their own, of the same volume that you know of. I have one in the drawer. The one I've killed one, and I've done the autopsy, but so they are not very fast flyers. Humans can easily catch them in field or whatever. But of course, the flight capabilities are helpful, for them to, just fly away and multiply in like whatever, and show themselves to human when they are trillions, and start to eat your food, as is the plan. Anyway, so but yes, these experiments now, that one here, yes, it's manifestly is done to some way to recreate like the old aquarium setting in which we've seen big life forms, and hopefully we will see life forms over there. That's why I keep it open some of the time, and I also added a lot of sodium bicarbonate, which was proven to be helpful for the creation of life forms, specifically in oxygen deprived environments. And also also very important, like the symbolic language, also the symbols that I placed in there, it's very important as well. But it should be said, and so I can take microscopic examination. Maybe I will even do it today. But with regards to the ecosystem pathway, you don't take samples every day. It takes time. It takes weeks. to see something happen, and even months. Yes, that's that's the problem with the. Not the problem. That's the disadvantage of the ecosystem pathway. As opposed to the energetic pathway, which means the electrolysis or the crucible. They are considerably quicker, tremendously quicker. But it's two parallel pathways of I would say creating interactions between the neurons and life forms. The ecological pathway and the energetic pathway. And the energetic is much, much, much quicker, considerably quicker. But the ecological pathway also, it was proven in this channel that it's also beneficial. First of all, it's kind of like, first of all, it's kind of like the default state, like where I know, this is like where it's stored like that. When I do not mostly when when I want after the ecological pathway has been established this April or May, this April, almost all my electrolysis experiments were based on samples that were taken from the ecosystems. Not for my body as it was done before, because it contains, million, trillion times more, material than whatever I can ejaculate, even if I work very hard in, jerking off. But still, this is tremendous amount. So first of all, it's kind of it's a default state, but also not just that it's more in many ways it's more interesting than the energetic pathway, because you see tremendous amount of the energetic pathway is more it's better for rigorous scientific experiments that are aimed on evaluating maybe a specific component of the symbolic language that you want to see how it affects, or change in the electrolysis setup, which is great for science perspective. But ecology is also a science. It's just different kind of science. That is, and it's like that. It's not. I didn't invent anything. It's ecology is. It's when you study ecology in university, it's the same. The conclusions are much less clear cut and bold. Every conclusion that you have in the ecological science is it's I would say no, not that things are not statistically significant, and there are always many caveats and many questions because it's like that. That's ecological science, and there are always conflicting forces that are happening in the same experiments, which is generally not something that you want to have in the natural sciences. In the natural sciences generally, when you have any kind of experiment, you try to, isolate the forces, to see what, contributes, what the contribution of each force. But ecology is different because many times, knowingly you conduct experiments with conflicting forces, and that will skew the results. But that's the way it is. But you see amazing stuff in the ecological pathway, and you see tremendous amount of phenomenon that kind of helps you later to kind of be more focused on the energetic pathway experiments. Having said that, maybe now we will see quicker results than we don't have to wait say 6 or 5 weeks because of the starships that are all the news are much more energized now. So maybe it will also affect the ecological pathway. So maybe even in days we will see nice results. But still, we need to wait for a few days, I think. But no problem. Can take my. It's not. Maybe I'll do it. No problem. But I still think that we need to wait a few days. I mean, if we want to see something significant in this, in the container. So that's it for now.